Happy birthday, man. 36 years young. 36 years young, man. I know like it's a bit late, but I still got a few hours to celebrate the guy's birthday, man. But I think whenever you have special players who have their birthdays, it just takes a little bit of time just to reflect and so forth. But the reason why this is so poignant is because of not only his age, but how well he's playing. And I think it is one of those things of where you want to just wait until Modric finishes before we now review and see just like where does this guy actually stack within midfielders, because we get the skill, we get the ability, we get the trophies, we get the achievements with Real Madrid, we get the amazing achievements with Croatia, which I think is freaking dope. We get the Ballon d'Or, we get the best player at a World Cup and so forth. But the important thing is 36. The important thing is 36. The important thing is how he is playing at such a high level where he's still arguably one of the best central midfielders in the world at the age of 36. Because if you think about it, name me the top five central midfielders in the world. Because you see, whenever you say midfielders, and I know because DMs are different from CMs, are different from AMs, they're all very different. So let's say, if you name me right now in 2021, September, the best central midfielders in the world, top five in the world right now, Modric has to be there. Of course, you look at Frankie de Jong, you would argue with um, I mean, would you put the Jorginho in there? I don't really know. Would you put a Pedri in there? I mean, which other guys do we have? I mean, it's like, okay, do we put a Tony Cruz in there? Or you could put Joshua Kimmich in there for sure. I mean, like the names, the first names that come off your mind are Joshua Kimmich, Frankie de Jong. Those are just the first names. Then you can argue with the other ones. But you have to have Modric in there. So the fact that this dude is 36 years old and is still arguably top five players in his position in the world speaks volumes. Because just look at even just that goal that he scored at the Euros, an absolutely incredible goal of high technique. And I just think that even look at even what he was doing with Real Madrid, even helping them to get to a semi when most guys thought they were over the hill, and he's still not done. The guy is still not done. I think what you now have to marvel is, of course, for a lot about football is it's a sport. So because football is a sport, a certain aspects of physicality, hence why there will come an age where he can't play anymore. Because you can be the smartest, you can be the most cunning and so forth. You reach an age where physically you can't do it anymore because you need a particular physical condition to reach in order to play a 90-minute game or a 60-minute game or a 50-minute game at the highest level. But despite that, I think what Modric is showing is similar to what Pirlo showed in his later years. Is he shows a maturity of his game, an evolution of his game that goes in tandem with how old he is. Because obviously he's not as spry or as sharp or as quick physically as he was during his 20s and so forth, man. But yeah, it's just a shout out to a guy who, of course, is a flipping Croatian legend. But we'll have to have the discussions as when all is said and done, when the dust settles, where do we put Modric? Because I told you, the trophies and the athletes and so forth, a major factor, which is why I talk about Zidane and what he did in 06, surely a major factor has to be his longevity. Because I know a lot of guys around his age who aren't playing at this level. Not every 36-year-old is still playing for Real Madrid and expected to start for them in Champions League games and helping them to win La Liga titles. Not every 36-year-old is doing that. So surely that has to be a factor when we think about where should this guy now rank around all time, man. Like the vid, subscribe if you're new, comment below, stay black.